name is Dave Rips, and I'm the president and CEO of Younger Optics. Well, in the last few days, I've lost one of my heroes, Charlie Munger. Charlie was the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. He was a partner with Warren Buffett, successful lawyer, had a insurance company here in Los Angeles, an author, a philanthropist, and probably the biggest example of a polymath that I have ever met. A polymath is somebody who knows so much about so many different areas. Charlie was born in Omaha, Nebraska, like my dad, Irving Rips. Actually, that's how I got to meet with Berkshire Hathaway for the first time, because I had a little money to invest, and I asked my dad about it. He says, well, go to Omaha, Nebraska and talk to Warren Buffett. Well, I went there and I knocked on the door and they never answered it. But I sure learned everything I could about Berkshire Hathaway and became an early investor and was many times at some of their smaller meetings where I met Warren and Charlie. Um, Charlie's greatest book, I believe, is a book called Poor Charlie's Almanac. I cannot recommend it highly enough. It's the wit and wisdom of Charlie T. Munger with a foreword by Warren Buffett. Talks all about his philosophies. It talks about mental models, how to make better decisions, mental models such as like Pareto's law, which we know as the 80-20 rule. Inversion, well, if you have a problem and you can't figure it out, invert the problem, and then maybe you can. Game theory, circle of confidence. Only get involved with those areas where you believe you have an advantage of a circle of confidence. Ben Franklin was his personal hero. Um, and Charlie firmly believed that the wisest people are those that read, and then read some more. Charlie was also an architect, and he designed Munger Hall at the Huntington Library in San Marino. And I got to know him a little bit there because we attended some of the same meetings, and we also attended some of the banquets that they had there, or some of the president's dinners and things like that. So I was very um, lucky to be able to spend some time with Charlie. And the more time you spend with him, the more things you would learn. Charlie was the kind of person who had very low expectations in life, and everything seemed to make him happy, especially reading. When asked if he knew for certain he was going to die tomorrow, what would he do? His answer was immediately start reading a new book. Well, I think that's the kind of advice we can all use. Anyways, too bad about poor Charlie, one of my heroes, but thank you very much, and we'll talk next time. Bye now.